Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. So I got a message the other day, and it was from a woman, and then I got a message from a man, a very similar message. And I said, wow, this is interesting to me. I keep hearing this. Whenever I keep hearing something, I always end up speaking on it because I'm like, this is what's going through people's minds. You know, we got to talk about this, you know. So basically, what they both said the same thing to me. Do I really believe there's still good people to date in this world, right? And the reason why they both said it is because they're both really good people. Then they both keep running into messed up people. The man is gay, and he keeps on, you know, dating and meeting really screwed up other men. And the woman is straight and said the same thing. She keeps on meeting men who are just undateable, basically. And I've heard other people, straight, gay, bi, say exactly the same thing. I probably hear this statement about 2 or 3 times a week from unrelated sources. And everybody's like, you know, asking me, do I still believe there are good people out there? Are there still good men? Are there still good women? And honestly, even though I'm single, I really do. I do believe that. And I think you have to, on some level, believe it for it to be real in the first place. I mean, if you think about the law of attraction, if you believe that all there are in the world is messed up dudes and messed up chicks, then it's going to be impossible for you to draw to you a decent person. Just by the law of attraction. You don't believe it exists. That's like trying to draw a unicorn to yourself. You don't believe that they exist, you know? If you don't think that something exists, the chances are not very high that you're going to manifest it. So if you think that all dudes are predators and all females are leeches, for example, that's what you're going to draw. If you think that about people and you think that that's mostly what's out there, that's what you're going to draw. But let's go to the truth of the matter. Okay, this is what you believe. What is the truth? Well, the truth is that there are still good men and women out there. How do I know this? Because I meet them every day. Every day, good men and good women come to me and get readings, leave me donations, talk to me in inboxes. I mean, you guys would not believe how many people I talk to a day. You know, strangers, complete strangers, you know, out of out of thin air, ask me questions, talk to me about stuff, you know, all the time on Facebook, on Instagram, in real life, you know, in my email, all the time. And not all of them are good people. Some of them are really screwed up. And I'm very clear on that, you know, but some of them are. So if I'm meeting them, then that means there are more of them. You see? So I'm certain that they're out there because I meet them. Now, I'm not dating these people. These are people that generally come to me from Ask an Aquarius or something like that. But still, you know, I'm meeting them. I'm seeing them. I'm talking with them. I'm talking with their situations with them. And what I've come to notice is that a lot of good people get desperate. I'm going to just be very frank with you guys. A lot of good people get desperate. They're tired of being alone. They're tired of being sad. They're tired of holding their pillow at night. They're tired of going to Christmas dinner by themselves. You know, they're tired of not having a companion. They get tired of not having somebody to make love to, somebody not to make plans with, somebody not to share their life with, which I totally understand because I felt like this at one time in my life. And they get tired of it, and then the first Yahoo that comes along that gives them 15 minutes of, you know, attention, they jump on. The problem with that is that a lot of times the person that comes along is not a good person. So here you are, a good person. You done jumped on the bandwagon with a not so good person. You go through a very hellish situation in most cases, years of a hellish situation in most cases, just to get that companionship, just to get that sex, just to get those kids, just to get those Instagram pictures, just to get those vacations with you smiling in the picture. You know, they do that just to get that, and the person isn't a good person, so they go through all kind of drama with them and end up breaking up with them eventually anyway. Now they're sad, they're hurt, they're bitter. They don't want to date nobody else. And if this happens enough times, Because usually most of the time with this kind of person, it happens more than once. Then they just give up on romance and say there are no good men, there are no good women. There's no more left. That's it. They all married, or they're all, gone, or gay, or something. They're all gone. There ain't no more. Everybody done snatched them, and there's none for me. But there are, 7 billion people on this planet? So the probability that they're all screwed up doesn't weigh out mathematically. So they just give up. But the truth is that it's not that there aren't any good people on the planet. The truth is you settled for somebody because you were lonely that wasn't a good person. And I'm I'm guilty too. I've done this in the past. I've done this many times. That's why Louise L. Hay always says that you have to love yourself before you'll really get into a good relationship. Because if you don't love yourself, you'll keep settling. You'll keep settling for good enough. I haven't had anybody in my life yet that was right for me. Because I would be like, this one's good enough. That one's good enough. I had a little criteria. And if they fit my little criteria, then they were good enough. They got a job. They got nice teeth. They ain't got too many kids. I had my little criteria. And it wasn't really that ambitious. They don't hit me. It's like, just, some basic things. And okay, they good enough. But that's not the truth. So when I learned to love myself, I learned to say, okay, I'm going to love myself enough to wait for the right person for me. Somebody who I'm not just settling for. Somebody who's not just good enough. Okay? And it also made me no longer afraid to be alone. A lot of these good people are afraid to be alone. And that's how they end up with these yahoos. Most of the good people I know right now who are in contact with me right now are with somebody who they're settling for. I noticed this man came to my mind as soon as I spoke on it. He's a great guy. He's one of our subscribers. He's a wonderful man. And I won't go into his story because it's his story and he's one of our subscribers. So I tell my own stories, but I don't tell nobody else's. But he's a good man. And I talk to him frequently, actually. I talk to him like once a week. And he's in a relationship with somebody who's just not. And it just breaks my heart every time I talk to him. Because I know exactly how this happened. I know exactly where he's at. And I see exactly where this is going. So this happens with a great deal of us. A lot of us have this happen to us. But listen to me. One thing that I want you guys to take away from this video is that there are still good men and there are still good women of every sexuality, of every age group out there in this world. And if you love yourself enough to do the law of attraction work, you will be able to draw one of these good people to you. But it first starts off with you being healthy enough to be a partner. And then you using your manifestation ability to draw one of these people to you. It starts there. And if you have somebody in your bed right now that you know you're just settling for, it starts with getting them out of your bed. Because they're taking up the place for the good man, for the good woman who wants to lay there. That person is out there looking for you, but you got some yahoo laying next to you. So you got to do your work to draw this person to you. You got to clear the space for them, first of all. And then you got to get yourself, your partnership, your temple ready to receive them. You see? So, yes, I'm 100% sure that there are good men and good women out there. I meet them every single day through Asking Aquarius, through Facebook, but I meet them every day. Every single day I meet good people. If I meet 20 people in a day, I would say 9 of them are really good people that are ready for a long-term committed relationship. The problem is some of them are in bad relationships. So they're not even, searching. They're not even out there. For some reason, a lot of times, like I said before, good people end up in relationships with not so good people. But it's all because they're not loving themselves. They're good people who just aren't loving themselves. So that's first and foremost, guys. You got to believe to even be able to find it. Okay? All right, guys. So it's time for me to get going. I am going to leave my PayPal underneath here in case anybody wants to leave me a love donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who has left me love donations. And trust and believe they all went to worthy causes. Trust and believe. Thank you so much. I'm also going to leave my email in case any of you want to make an appointment for a reading or in case you want to ask me a free general question. Likewise, I will leave my Instagram and my Facebook in case you want to hit me up on social media. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anyone else you know who's wondering, are there still good men and good women out there? Okay? See you later.